What is going on, everybody? Phoenix here, and today we are going to be talking about Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk and the interpretations of it, what I've experienced so far after 12 plus hours of gameplay, my interpretations of it on PC. It's just everything in between. So this is for anyone that has on this channel that is subscribed. This is for you, for if you were determined to buy it, didn't know if you should buy it or anything for that matter. We're not going to get into the fine details of it, like skills, weapons, all that jazz. No, we're just going to go over what I've experienced so far with it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So with Cyberpunk, I was on the fence of it. I didn't really know what to expect of it. Because the thought of, playing a first-person RPG type game, I haven't really done anything. I didn't really play The Witcher with CD Projekt Red, but I heard about a bunch of great reviews about it. But with Cyberpunk, I don't know. It just did not seem like it really triggered the desire to. But when I saw Keanu Reeves come on stage on the Xbox event at E3, that piqued my interest, but I still just wasn't there with it. I didn't know what the hype was all about. I didn't know what it was all for. I mean, it just, for me, it looked something like I would never play. But as soon I decided to make the purchase choice, I decided to actually go through with it, pay $60 for it. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'll give this a shot, because I'm all for giving a game a shot just to see how I do enjoy it. And overall, I mean, my consensus on it is just wow. Like, this game is pretty awesome. Like, this is very, very fun game to play. It is a bit extreme, so it might not be for a lot of players. It might not be for a lot of FPS RPG players. It might be a little bit different, but if anything, I have to say is just give it a shot. Give this game a shot and see where it takes you. Because for me, when I first booted it up, I was very hesitant. I was really keeping it at that 6-foot distance or whatever. And I really didn't know. But when I started to really get through it, when I took it slow, kind of did my own thing, I started to get a feel for it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, this game was well worth the $60. And I know this expansions, when they come, at a later time, are going to be well worth however the price is going to be, because this game just gives a very interesting appeal to the FPS RPG genre. I mean, CD Projekt Red has been working on this for over 7+ years, delayed so many times, but I can see why, because they wanted to take the time to actually delve into it, make it immersive, make it unique, make it in a way that isn't so, copy and paste like other RPGs. So, like, I really give kudos to them. And I'm not just saying this to, be a positive. This is like what I really feel, because if you are like me and you are very hesitant about buying the game, and you've been seeing the streams and seeing the gameplay footage on YouTube or whatever, you are probably still pretty hesitant about, okay, well, really, do I really want to play this? I mean, this doesn't look like my ideal type of game to play. Well, I mean, I'm here to tell you that I definitely recommend you give it a shot. There's so many different things in this game that you can do. There's so many different skill sets, skill trees that you can go about. I mean, you can go guns blazing and be a perfect crit chance, crit damage build, or you can go stealth with crit, you can go stealth with intelligence and hacking and breaching, and I mean, there's just so much involved with the game. It's feels like it's an endless opportunity. And the storyline so far, I mean, when I first got into the game, I started with the the main mission, but I only did the first 2 main missions, and then I got sidetracked by all of the different side missions, about all the different projects and the contracts, and helping out the police department, helping out my informant, and it took me away from the story, which I feel was intended, because the story, it's not that long of a story, because all of the content is on the outer rim of the story, which kind of gives you that feeling of like, you could do what you want, and you're not forced to having to go through the story, at such a fast pace. You could take your time with it. And that's what I did. I took my time with the game because I wanted to feel exactly what it was that, would give me the opportunity to actually make this a positive experience without being so negative about it. And I'm not saying that I was completely negative. There were a few things that I wanted to that I expected from it, and I did. The gameplay is phenomenal so far. The The abilities are just immersive. There's so many things that you can do, and it really makes you think and wanting to actually spec into and wanting to actually, you know, figure out like who you want to be with this character, with V. So now you're probably thinking, okay, well, you're really not sold yet on the idea of Cyberpunk. You're really not there with it. Like, you might be getting the feel of, okay, this has great gameplay, this has great gunplay, this has, you know, the very immersive experience. But let me just say that if you take the time with it, if you really truly take a couple hours with it and you really get into that mode of like, okay, keep an open mind with it, then yeah, I can see you probably changing your mind and be like, okay, this game is starting to become addicting. This is starting to become very like unique. Okay, now what's going to be my next task? What am I going to do? What am I going to continue on? Do I want to do another side mission? Do I want to do a story mission? Do I want to just, you know, go to a bar and have a drink or eat something like that? I mean, that's where the options are. That's where everything lies, is like so much. It probably can feel overwhelming. It probably is overwhelming in a manner of speaking, because with a game this big and so much to do and so much grind, I mean, you know, what else are you supposed to feel? But so, I mean, overall, I mean, I really like this game. I really like Cyberpunk. It's very unique. It's very different. And I think that's what a lot of people are wanting, is something very different. Night City itself is an absolute stunning city. The ray tracing, the lighting effects on it are phenomenal. Now, I am playing on PC, so I do have, you know, I'm rocking a 2080 Super. I have an Alienware R4 laptop that I'm playing on with the attached graphics amplifier, and I can say that I'm having really no issues with frame rates. Yeah, I have to go into my settings a few bit just to find the perfect balance. And sometimes if I play too long, yeah, you're going to experience some frame drops and some instabilities. But for everything else, I mean, the city itself is just phenomenal. The environment is phenomenal. The interactions are amazing. The voice acting is very good. But I mean, overall, yeah, there are going to be some negatives to the game. There's going to be, you know, your bugs, your glitches. Something isn't going to feel right. Something isn't going to be right. But with all the games, you know, it's a work in progress, essentially. But aside from all of the deficits that Cyberpunk actually has, I mean, you can still play it and feel like you're progressing without an issue. You can still do what you want to do and feel like nothing is being impeded. There's no game-breaking bugs. There's nothing absolutely detrimental that's going to keep you from experiencing Cyberpunk the way it needs to be experienced. Unfortunately, I can't speak to the console player base, because I've seen the images on Reddit. I've seen the images on Twitter, on news postings about how the Series X and the PlayStation 5 aren't rendering the character animations properly, and you're not getting the best graphical enhancements. But again, like I know the next gen upgrade for Cyberpunk is coming in 2021 for those consoles, so that's something to look forward to. But overall, my experience with Cyberpunk has been 90% positive, and I highly recommend you guys give the game a chance if you were on the fence like me. This has a huge community. This has a huge popular base. You know, major streamers have been streaming it. A lot of you know, Destiny streamers, Destiny YouTubers have been commenting on it. But overall, it's going to come down to, is it going to fit what you like? Are you willing to try new experiences? Are you willing to get into the Cyberpunk genre and experience this for yourself? So, I mean, other than that, guys, that is it for the video. Tell me your thoughts. Leave in the comment section below. If you've played Cyberpunk, what do you think of it? Are you playing on PC or console? If you were on the fence like me, are you going to go into buying the game and experiencing it for yourself? I really want to hear your thoughts on this. So other than that, guys, I have nothing else further. I really hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative, and if you did, please consider liking and sharing the video with anyone who you might get a benefit or use out of this. If you haven't subscribed to me already, please hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications for more Division 2 and Cyberpunk 2077 content, because we are bringing this to the channel. I will be going through all the skill sets, the weapons, as soon as I get further into the game, and just kind of give you guys a basis of everything that this game has to offer. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care.